Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Palmer going in motion right.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On first down, Hurts. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
This out quickly to Williams. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Anthony Schwartz with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Get it! 18, 5 here. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. This is 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
63.
2 yards on the pickup.
Here's Hurts to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Got to give the offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator, because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit him with a brilliant call.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Hawk, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Let's go.
Stroud. Going underneath for Matthews. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A beautiful fake. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Good. 73.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. The Eagles hit 12-1 now to start play. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. Powers by at the 40, and he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 39. Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going underneath, Gibbs has it, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. Now Hurts going to move him around. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Stroud off the play fake. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. We'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
On the 41-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Palmer going in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, 73, 73. Hey. Hey, easy, 63, 63, bang. No.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And less than a yard.
No touch.
They'll try and run the option. Shifts by him at the 25. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
At the 15-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Seahawks nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Here's Landry. Here's Landry. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is nearly impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry for Matthews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Ready?
Now Stroud. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Play action. Stroud now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
No touch.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20.
But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now the Seahawks. Timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
Able to power through. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
give. Right side for Gibbs. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Stroud looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 27 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. But the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Stroud out of the gun here. Going deep here for Matthews. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. That is caught. Oh, good move. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
29 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Ready, break.
And Stroud now to throw. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A give left side to Matthews. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive is...
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. They wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
19 tight, not trap 50, trap 50. Ready, ready.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
No touch.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. Oh, some strong running. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 3 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Warriors, 17. On the ball.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Danny Gray, 71 yards. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Go Silver, ready?
They go play action with Hurts. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Get it!
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Stroud. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Again, it's Matthews. Nice little juke. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things and did not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
They run middle with Matthews. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On the run, this is Gray. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as our offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.